Okay, here are my cards. Here is my ingredients. Okay, today what I'm going to be talking about, first of all, my name is Monica Olivas and I'm part of the public speaking class in Scott Community College, and I'm going to be talking about how to make our family's version of chile con queso with a twist. I don't know if you ever eat with your family, but to me, what better way to have a meal than with chile con queso that's ooey gooey, cheesy, yummy. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the ingredients are. My ingredients are the chicken and rice, which is a soup. My second ingredient is actually evaporated milk. Obviously, you need the cheese, which is this is the equivalent of Velveeta. And then we use a sauce that is actually green sauce, and it's actually by a brand named Isabella. So this is pretty easy. I have 4 ingredients and I have 7 materials. You'll need a spoon to mix. You'll need a fork just to make sure the small parts get mixed. You'll need a can opener, a mixing bowl, a knife to cut the cheese, this crock pot, and everybody has a microwave. My microwave's in the kitchen. So now that I've told you the materials as well as the ingredients, I'm going to go ahead and tell you how to make this step by step with 11 easy steps. Okay, so the first step, which I kind of had to go through already because of time purposes, you're going to cut your cheese into cubes. And what this does is it actually makes it easier to melt once you put it in. So I've already cut all of this cheese, so I'm just going to throw it into the bowl. Okay, and so I've got my first step done. My second step is I'm going to go ahead and throw in the chicken with rice. This is actually the secret ingredient. It actually gives it a different taste and texture. So we go ahead and we put in the whole can. You need your can opener to open the evaporated milk. And just the same, you're actually going to pour the whole can of milk in. Just like that. And our last ingredient that we're putting in is we are actually putting in, you do not put in, even though this is mentioned to be at, it doesn't have the ounces, but you're not going to put in the whole chili because then it'll be too hot. I usually put in about half of the chili for this amount of ingredients. So you see I already did half of the chili. Once that's done, the trick is I don't put it directly into my crock pot. I actually put it into my microwave. And the reason I do that, the next step is going to be putting it in the microwave, which I'm going to skip those steps because I already did a part of it because of time's sake. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in. You put it in for 3 minutes. My spoon that I'm going to use before you put it in is going to go into the bowl just to make sure that all the ingredients are actually blended in together so the chili is spread out with the rice and the cheese and the milk. Once I have it in the microwave, you're going to put it in and it's going to be 3 minutes. Once 3 minutes is done, you're going to get your fork and you're going to mix it because it's going to slowly start to melt. Once it's in there for those 3 minutes and you've mixed it well, you're going to go ahead and put it back into the microwave. Another 3 minutes, same process. The next step is you're going to take it back out. You're going to go ahead and mix it again. Every time you do this, it's going to get even more thinner and as far as the consistency, more liquidy. The very final step of the microwave is you're going to put it again one more time, except this time instead of 3 minutes, you're actually going to do 4 minutes. So this one's going to take a little bit longer. Once it's in there for 4 minutes, you're going to go ahead and make sure that you mix everything well. If you still see that it is not completely melted, there may be some chunky parts, then you go ahead and you put it, I would say, an additional 3 minutes just to make sure. Once you have that done, you have the final product, which I already have here because I had already mixed some just to save some time. So this is my chile con queso. It has all of the ingredients, including the chicken with rice. So again, what we did today is I taught you how to make our family's version of how to make chile con queso, so that it has a little bit of twist. I hope that with this video you're able to share this recipe with your family. What better way than to sit at the table with your family? You can have it over tostadas. You can have it with over fries and have chili cheese fries. But to me, this is something that reminds me of family because every gathering, this actually was picked up about 14 years ago from my coworker. When I started working at the hospital, she brought it in from her grandmother's recipe, and ever since I've been making it for my social gatherings, for work gatherings, for anything that they say, hey, can you make your chile con queso? And I hope that this helps you learn how to make it and to be able to bring it home to your family. And the final step, of course, is if you want to keep it warm, if you have a party, you put it into your crock pot, you pour in what you melted into the microwave, keep it on warm, and it'll stay warm as long as you have this keep warm, and that way you can keep serving your family. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. And let me show you my audience.